Hey guys, I'm Mark.
And I'm Anna.
Welcome back to our channel.
All right, so it's been 2 weeks since we've done a garden vlog, because last week was the 4th of July and Mark was out of town and I just had a lot on my plate and just didn't do it. So I have 2 weeks worth of clips, like videos, that I might stick some in here, but I think Mark and I are just gonna walk through and give you a garden tour tonight. And then I'll kind of put clips in throughout where they make sense, where it fits. So hopefully that works. If it doesn't, you won't be hearing this part. And if it does, then great. So, okay, should we walk through? Let's walk through. Okay, so we're at our gate, but I wanted to, well, we don't have a gate yet, but Mark did set up a makeshift gate over there because deer had been getting in. So I keep getting on Mark to try and get a gate up here where there is supposed to be a gate.
Yep. Yeah, that gate that's down there is actually the gate that came off of our old chicken coop, not the chicken yard, but the chicken coop.
Yeah.
So apparently we have pretty lazy deer because I just laid it sideways. It might be 4 foot tall. And so far that's all it's taken to keep the deer from coming in. So they clearly have other choices and just too lazy to jump the fence.
Too lazy to jump it.
I'm good with that. I'll take it.
Yeah. So gosh, let's see. This is exciting. We were just noticing this. We have a dahlia coming up. It's right there, that middle, or that yellow one right there in the middle. That's a dahlia. There's actually several of them. And they are getting ready to bloom. They're so pretty. There they are. So that'll be really pretty here in a little bit.
That whole bed is wallflower, isn't it?
No, not exactly. There's the lilies in there, and then the dahlia, and then there's like a sunflower.
Oh,
and I
so
had
it's just
I planted zinnias, but they, when they sprouted, I think they got eaten up by birds and such. So I didn't see any dahlias in there. The rest of it is just weeds, and they need to come out so the other things can thrive. But I haven't gotten to that bed yet, so I'm working on it though, slowly but surely.
Yep.
And then I think I showed you guys on our last video that we did, the loose leaf lettuce had bolted, and it like bolted straight up. I'm gonna do this because it's bright. It bolted like straight up, and it was seriously like 3 feet tall, way up here. So today I cut that off. I do have a video clip of that from today, and maybe I'll stick it here. I know this is horrible light, and I'm sweaty, and my hair's a mess, and it's just awful. Also, for anybody wondering, this is temporary. I'm considering getting, like a shoulder or half sleeve thing done, but this is temporary, just to see if I could handle it and that kind of thing. So just wait, don't worry. This is not, it's been on for too long, so it's starting to look really funny. But anyway, that's what that is. I had some questions, figured I should answer that. But I wanted to show you what I'm out here doing right now, which is, well, I should have taken it before, is what I should have done. That's the kale. And right there is some loose leaf lettuce, just some like greens, lettuce or salad greens. And they bolted because I wasn't harvesting them fast enough. I'm not harvesting the kale fast enough either, but it seems like Mark and I are, eating most of what is here. And the kids, they don't want to eat salad all day long. So anyway, The lettuce bolted straight up. It was so tall. Let me see if I can actually find that. Look at this. So this is this lettuce. Oh, a big chunk of dirt just fell on me. Seriously, 3 feet tall. Just bolted up and started doing all sorts of funny things. So I've been telling myself I need to come out here and just take care of it, chop it down. It'll, you know, keep the plant in the ground because it'll keep growing. But, you know, I just really needed to cut it back. And then we had family in town and I did not get to it for a whole week. So today is the day that I am out here cutting back the lettuce, gonna harvest some kale, maybe make some blueberry and kale smoothies because we went blueberry picking. Anyway, it's a good day. You can see here on this lettuce, this was where that you know, main stalk was. And this is really, just really chunky, stalky. It's, gosh, this big around, you know, all this. I'm impressed. I've never seen anything like that, but then again, I haven't grown a lot of lettuce. So I'm cutting this all back, gonna harvest it for dinner tonight, harvest some of it for dinner tonight. And yeah. What's that? Pile here is gonna go out to the chickens and they will love snacking on that. And I actually ended up pulling one of the other loose leaf lettuce. It had gone to seed pods and there was no more lettuce on it at all. And I figured since we're not eating as much, you know, as I hoped we would be eating, I'm just gonna pull that whole plant up and take that out. That way we can just focus on eating this stuff. But yeah, the chickens are really gonna enjoy this. Off to the chickens. Look at this big, this big haul right here. That's so funny. But I do think the chickens are gonna love it. My tan lines are from the beach yesterday. It was way sunnier than we thought it was gonna be. I even had on sunscreen. I'm just not used to the sun, so that's what that is. All right, ladies, come and get it. Look at that big old pile there. Oh, there goes my glove. Forgot that was in there. Yeah, you girls are gonna love that. Some old kale leaves, some lettuce, some seed pods. Oh man, we'll be feasting tonight. And they're gonna give us a bunch of lovely eggs because of it. So I will enjoy those eggs and they will enjoy their greens. Didn't we have a clip of this tomato? These tomatoes? Yeah. Becca accidentally broke that one off. Yeah. So we got tomatoes coming in and they are looking really great and healthy. I don't know, they're huge, so we probably actually should trim them. We should prune them back because there's a lot there. It's Sunday, July 5th, and Mark just got home from Washington helping his sister, and I have something to show you. Come here. He hasn't seen these yet. Take a look right there. First tomato.
Baby one.
Little tiny baby tomatoes.
Nice.
They're coming. Becca! No! Don't break them off. Be careful. I saw a big bean. I mean, they're still so small.
Kind of a fatty there.
Yeah, they're like that. So, anyway, I was excited about these first tomatoes. They'll be ready soon. Also, let me turn this camera around. This beanstalk is finally growing, finally twisting around that thing there.
So one of the things that we did this week was redo our watermelon bed. So we tried watermelon 2 different times and was really getting outsmarted by birds and squirrels, and whatever. So we just couldn't keep watermelon in place. It kept getting eaten. So the one that is there, we just let it have that bed, give it priority. So we'll go check it out and I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And right now, just a little side note, we dug up onions. I got a bunch in there and it smells so good. Did you just eat an onion?
Yeah.
Oh, he was eating one. That's why I could smell it. Smells really yummy.
You can smell my breath.
Let's see. I'm going to turn this around, okay? Go ahead.
So this is the bed I was talking about. That's the watermelon that is doing well. That is the lone survivor. Like I said, we tried twice, 2 different plantings of watermelon, and in each mound we planted five seeds, and this was the one that for whatever reason birds and squirrels didn't take to it. So like I said, we gave that watermelon this whole bed. So I took out everything else and it is now all alone. So would be good to get some sort of netting and protect this from future predators, but kind of excited to see what that does. We've actually never tried watermelon before, so this is new.
What I'm doing right now is something I actually should have done a long time ago. I'm taking these onions. I've got red onions, yellow onions, white onions, and scallions. And when I planted them from starts, they were all kind of bunched together, and I just kind of planted them in the thing that they came in, the bunch that they came in. And it didn't really register with me that I should separate them and spread them out because they were so small when I first put them in. So what I'm doing is, as she's weeding the garden or the bed out, getting all the weeds out, I am taking these. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think 6 onions right here. And I'm just spreading them out like this. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm gonna spread them out. I really think that that's what needs to happen, just because they're not getting very big like they should be at this time of year. So hopefully this doesn't kill them. Hopefully they'll just get right back to it as I spread them out. They got good roots. Here, let me show you. Well, they got good roots on them. So I'm just taking them apart to where they look like this, and then I'll stick them back in the ground. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to that and I will show you the end result when I get there. Okay, it is late in the evening now. I've been working on this 4 hours. Not 4 hours, more like 6 hours. If you can't tell by my face, I'm exhausted. But you can see I got all the onions spread out and weeded out the carrots over there. And then Mark came home and he weeded out the watermelon thing, and look at this. He got it, our one watermelon plant, set up right there in the middle of this whole thing. I keep telling him we need to put a cage over it or something. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we do that. So that's all done. This bed is done. This bed got done the other day. Let's see. The herb beds are done, and these are all the onions that didn't make it back in the ground. I'm not quite sure what to do with them because there just wasn't room for them, and I already have, what, 30, 60, gosh, I probably have more than 100 onions right there. Easily more than 100 onions. So anyway, I gotta get back inside. I gotta get cleaned up. And yeah, that's what's going on right now. So, dun, dun, dun. Was just thinking, I had a thought while I was weeding these herbs. I love working out here. Weeding the herb beds is like my favorite thing, because as I'm like rustling the plants and pulling stuff out. They are just so fragrant and they smell so good. I'm serious, it does something to my body. I'm sure it does, where it just, I feel so much better. Like I just feel good. One, I'm working and I'm sweating. And two, the fragrance of the herbs is just, it's healing. And there's a gardener that I follow, Roots and Refuge is her farm. And she always says the best medicine for the garden is the gardener. And the best medicine for the gardener is the garden. And the more I'm out here and the more I'm just in it, the more I believe that. Like, if I want the garden to be healthy, I just need to be out here. I need to be in it, working in it, you know, tending to it. And the more I do that, the healthier it gets and the better I feel. So it's it's just such a beautiful thing. So anyway, that's it.
And then of course I showed you before the corn, not the weeds, the corn. But back here, I killed the weeds. This black plastic has been down for probably 2 weeks perhaps. And it did a great job in killing all the weeds. And I'm hoping, because it's black and today's a warm day, it's actually been kind of cool, so I don't know how hot it's actually got in there, but I'm hoping because it's black, that it's actually heated the soil up to kill future weed seeds. So we'll see. I would like to get that planted this week as well, the second round of corn.
Hey, since it's hot and the plastic, why don't we check out the compost?
Yeah, we'll go check the compost temperature. That, if you've been tuning in, you know that the compost or the manure situation is actually the root of all of these weeds. That was a huge learning curve for us, beginner mistake. Let's go see what our compost pile is doing as far as temperature goes. We're probably gonna have to go around.
Oh yeah. I just noticed as we were walking by, look at that. That right there is a little itty bitty tiny cucumber. Oh my gosh. Can you believe that? You see it, Mark?
I do.
It's so little.
Little pickle.
It's so tiny. That's exciting.
So here's our compost pile. A little disclaimer, even though it's hot right now, it's probably 80 degrees. This week, and even I think the week before, has been really mild, like 70, something like that, kind of drizzly. So it's been really weird weather here. So with that being the disclaimer, I don't know the temperature here. It's probably going to be lower than what I'd like. My ideal is 150 degrees. So we're just going to see it together. I'm just using this thermometer. It's actually used for barbecuing. I'm using it because it's the longest spiked, if you will, thermometer, just to get deep into the pot.
The longest one that we have.
Yeah, the longest one that we have.
Yeah.
So I have, you can see the moisture there, that's water. I have been periodically adding water just to keep things going, the composting. So we'll turn this thing on. What do I have? Uh-oh. I think the batteries are dead.
What?
Yeah.
Oh shoot, Mark.
Okay, so let's try this again. If you didn't catch that, our thermometer is digital and it looks like it was put through the dishwasher, so it wasn't coming on. So we're using this one. It's not the one that I like using, mainly because it starts at 120 degrees. So if this isn't 120 degrees, it won't register. So anyway, let's try this again. So I'm just gonna stick it right in there. It is climbing. Oh, it got to 120. It's maybe hard for you to see, but it's inching its way up. It might be at like 125 right now. So That's okay. That's actually more than I was thinking it might, just because it has been cooler the last couple of weeks. Just for grins and giggles, I'm going to try digging down a little bit, just to get deeper. Ooh, it's steaming.
Nice.
So you might want to get this, Anna.
Oh gosh.
Okay. Yeah, so I think it's fair to say 125, 130 is what our compost pile's at. So that's not too bad. It is certainly hot. It's warm to the touch. You probably didn't see that on the camera, but when I undug it like that, it was steaming. So steaming on an 80-degree day, it's warm. So that would be good. It might be a good thing to maybe use some of this as a mulch where we've done some weeding, because we're already getting regrowth, and this is just going to be the life of a gardener, right? You would probably understand that, but that might be a good use for that. So something I did, it was actually yesterday that I did this, just because that was the best day for it. It was nice and mild. In fact, in the morning it sprinkled. I forget what the high was, but yesterday it was maybe 70, something like that. So I thought that would be a good day to respray the trees with soap, actually, is what we're using. We started with neem oil, and it worked okay. The problem with it is it's very expensive. It's like $20 or something like that for a little jug. So I did some looking online, and we are actually using like the purest soap that I could find, and I don't know the name brand of it. It'd be like a ivory soap or something, a liquid. And I have this sprayer that attaches to the garden hose, so I'm spraying this at 2 ounces per gallon with just soap, dish soap. And so far so good. There is some wilting on here, and I'm not totally discouraged about that, but something to note. But our fruit is looking pretty good. You can see the apples are starting to turn colors.
I can't tell if it's focusing or not. There we go.
So you can see the apples are starting to form nicely. This tree I did thin out just so the apples have more room to grow and have priority of the nutrients. So I'm looking forward to, if we can pull it off, I'd like to buy a apple press, and make cider. I think that'd be a lot of fun to do that. So far so good. That's what I gotta
There's
do.
the chicken coop. Back there. Don't do that. He's being mean to me. We wanted to show you guys one more thing that happened this week. It's the first time we've ever done this in the 6 years we've been here. We have about an acre sized field on the south side of our property, and his grandpa used to farm it, different crops and stuff, but we haven't, because we just haven't had knowledge or equipment or anything like that. So anyway, this week we had someone stop by and say, hey, you need to make hay right now. And we were like, great, why don't you come and cut it for us and we'll pay you for it. And the guy came out several days ago, and cut everything down. So that's all cut over here. And then today he came back, and what's that called? What did he do?
Oh, I think it's called a tedder, which basically just flips the grass, just to let it dry out. This isn't for grass seed or anything like that, strictly for hay. So I think that's what it's called, is a tedder.
A tedder, yeah.
So I'm assuming he's gonna let this set for another couple of days, something like that, and then come back out and rake it into rows, and then bale it.
Yeah,
So
and then we're
should
gonna
be kind
try
of interesting.
selling.
Sailing, like on the
Selling.
ocean.
We're gonna try selling the bales. Just here, I don't know, Craigslist, just by the road, that kind of thing. But we'll probably actually end up using some of it for our own chickens. So that's a good deal. And yeah, that was exciting. So there's that.
So that's a week in a nutshell.
Two weeks.
Oh yeah, that's 2 weeks in a nutshell. And don't forget it.
Don't forget it.
Yeah. So a lot of different things going on. It's been I don't know, a bit unconventional. Conventional. we grow conventionables. Unconventional with 4th of July.
And family.
Yeah. And so there's been a lot of just life happening, which is perfect. That's great. What we do. We live life.
Love
it. Anyway, so there's our video. I hope you guys enjoy that, and have a great week, and we'll see you on the next one.
I like your wood pointer.
That was a sword. You like that?
Oh, Jacob's sword.
Yeah, our
Jacob
boys and my nephew did sword fighting out of this little 1x3 or 2 or whatever this is. Made swords. So I picked this up out of the yard.
I'll put clips.
Hey. Oh.
Yeah. What?
I was gonna say bye again.
Oh, I'm gonna put clips. Let's roll the clips.
Okay. Have a great week.
I'm gonna make makeup and I didn't do my hair out today, so sorry.
Well, you look
This
amazing.
is my, out of the shower look. Okay.
You do look amazing. I'm here with Stephanie, my sister-in-law. So Mark's brother back there and his wife Stephanie and their kids. They came from Idaho, and we were walking through the garden and we found some beets that need to be pulled up. So me and Stephanie are gonna pull them up.
All right. Okay. Let's see it. I say we just pull up all of them. Yeah, they're probably all ready. Look at that. Some of these got really big. I wonder, by the looks of them, to me it looks like they should have been planted deeper. Just because they were, yeah, they were sticking out of the ground a lot more than I thought they should be. So I think next time I'm gonna just do them deeper than what I did. So there they are. All right, look at that.
You have some beet greens?
Yeah, I'll make a smoothie or juice them. I'll juice them. There we go. Sweet. Add that to your little stash right there. And smile.